Hello fans of Anthems, or Phantoms, it's Rick Imus. Let's take a look at our year in review for 2024. Nassau Coliseum on Long Island in New York City is famously the former home for the New York Islanders. So anytime you get a chance to play and stand at the location where Gretzky and Trottier face off for a Stanley Cup final, what time is sound check, sir? So it was a great experience playing there. It's a 14,000 seat venue. We did our sound check. It was like a little mini movie going on at the same time. So had two camera shoot, one up top and then one on the floor. They timed my rehearsals. We had everything really super tight for the production. Played great on a Thursday night. Then got in the car and went over to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania for the Friday to play the Mexican and American anthems for the Major Arena Soccer League. Got back in the car, drove back to New York for a Saturday game, back at Nassau Coliseum. Mexico versus Brooklyn, played the Mexican anthem for them as well. And checked the box on a very good weekend.
Now bringing forth the Mexican national anthem, bringing forward Rick Imus.
Okay, let's talk about the Portland Pickles of the West Coast Baseball League. It's a collegiate summer league. All their games are on YouTube. The announcer's name is Mike Checks. You can see where this is going. The chat room is live, so you start to make friends. You're putting comments in. They're putting comments in. The announcer is riffing with the fans in the chat room. He's making you laugh, you're making him laugh, we're all having a good time. Hey, let's get together for an actual game. Love it. They let me pick the game to get together for, so I picked a game where there was a Canadian team in town, and I got the gig playing both anthems. That was amazing. So I'm flying in from Toronto. My friend Tom's flying in from St. Louis. My friend Joey's driving from Tampa with a friend. I was not the person coming the furthest distance. We had a blast.
How about another round of applause for Rick Imus? Nicely done, Rick.
My first time playing the Mexican anthem was for the Major Arena Soccer League. The event was the Monterey team was playing in Milwaukee at UW Panthers Arena. So historic venue, which was awesome. So musicians who have played there, Elvis, the Beatles, Van Halen, Led Zeppelin, very cool. And two camera shoot, had the video board up top, so it just looked great. And yeah, the Mexican players sang along with me, which is always good to know, very comforting for my first time playing the Mexican anthem. For Juneteenth this year, I connected with the New England Knockouts of the Frontier Baseball League, an independent league, and this was their first season playing out of Brockton, Massachusetts, just outside Boston. So when I made the connection by email, I was given the heads up that the sound and acoustics in the stadium are harsh, so to adjust my performance accordingly. When I arrived at the venue, I was given a second heads up. Hey, remember the acoustics that we talked about? Yeah, that's the real deal. So what I was fighting was the sound coming through the main PA systems, hitting the hard surfaces behind me, like the outfield fence and the bricks, and then coming back as if I was playing right behind myself when I was playing. So that was the challenge for that one. But I really appreciate the heads up there, and got through playing Lift Every Voice and Sing, O Canada for the Ottawa team visiting, and the Star Spangled Banner. Thousand Islands Spirit of the North American Box Lacrosse League were hosting the Division Championship in July. This was my fourth time performing for them in Alexandria Bay, and so I showed up at the usual time for preparation, and I noticed that, okay, Thousand Islands had all their orange jerseys running around. That was great. And then the visiting team from Utica had like 6 or 7 or 8 players doing the warm-up. And come to find out that there was a traffic jam on one of the main highways that got the players from Utica to Alexandria Bay, so that held up the officials as well as some players. And so I went up to the sound booth to hand in my suggested introduction. I always print out a copy. And it's a new crew working the sound room and PA announcing, and so they were last minute substitutes. So 2 o'clock comes, I'm ready to go. I'm on the center of the floor. Not enough players, not enough officials. 5 minutes after 2 o'clock, okay, waiting for it. And then finally at 7 minutes after 2, I see the officials hustling into place, and then everybody's facing the flags, and no introduction, but it looked like the thing to do would be just to start playing. So, okay, this is my 4th time here, kind of feel like family, kind of feel invested, like part of the team. Okay, so I play my 3 anthems, because we do the Canadian, Haudenosaunee, and American anthems there. Cheers, the back announcement comes in, fills that all in, and then we start the game. Utica, New York held the North American Box Lacrosse League's championship this year, and I had the privilege of playing 3 anthems for the start of that. The production provided by Blue Squatch Productions was top shelf, excellent. So I had a chance to play the Canadian, Haudenosaunee, and American anthems, and the commentators did a nice little pump of the tires up at the end of the broadcast, and that was great. And sent me a standalone clip of just the 3 anthems, so that was much appreciated. The Arena Lacrosse League is the development league for the National Lacrosse League, and the last couple of seasons they've allowed me to develop my portfolio, particularly for the Haudenosaunee anthems. So as something as the artist in residence, it's been an amazing couple of seasons with them. So I did the championship game for the ALL East this year, and JVI Productions and Lance Wynn really stepped it up with providing a silky smooth integration of the commentaries from the live stream, throwing it to the in-stadium announcer, throwing it to me. Hey, what more could you ask for? Well, the stars aligned for this next highlight for 2024. I got the assignment for an 8-country tournament that came to Toronto. Australian Football Canada was hosting the Transatlantic Cup, and the teams that were eligible to be in the finals: Denmark, Hungary, France, Great Britain, Ireland, Colombia, United States of America, and Canada. So in the end, I had the privilege of playing the anthems for the women's side, for Ireland versus USA, followed by the men's side, Ireland, USA. Beautiful 2-camera shoot. Hard to beat that highlight for 2024. Hey Phantoms, thanks for joining us for this year in review. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join us at the next video.